See, no flippy screen means you gotta be. Alright, kind of liking that. Am I blocking the sun? You can't even see the sun. Oh, whatever. Yes, I'm not even that staring at me too. You might have just heard me say that. I can't really see what this is looking like. They're looking at me. We might need to reformulate this. TRAVVLOG. TRAVVLOG. We're gonna do a little sunset talk. And then once the sun sets, we'll redirect it back on my face. Yeah guys, a lot of crazy stuff's going on in this world. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree or disagree, but I think we're more divided than we've ever been. You know, and that's interesting because we're supposed to be more connected than we've ever been. But instead, we're all at each other's throats. Our beliefs have taken over. And now that's what truly matters. What we believe in is what it is. Nothing else matters except what we believe. And if you don't agree with it, then you know, we can't be friends. If you do agree with it, oh, then we can be friends. And I think it kind of creates a little bit of a sketchy thought process, because then you only want to be stuck in your own little bubble of correct or incorrect, and you just want to stay in your little echo chamber of what's right and what's wrong. And if you're never wrong, then when do you learn, and how do you learn? Like, because I think when you get comfortable, like think about in your life when you're in the zone doing your thing, you're not really gonna change. You're comfortable, you're stagnant, you're where you wanna be. But when you're thrown out of your comfort zone, when you're kind of tossed aside, or you lose, you have a big fail, then you have to kind of reopen your mind, reopen what you believe is true, because you could be wrong. You know, you could be wrong about everything, about a certain thing. Sometimes when you fail, or when you have to kind of reconsider what you think is truth, that's what really creates growth. And that's how you can find truth. By knowing both sides, by knowing all sides, by knowing no sides. I personally am a little apprehensive, or just I'm a little cautious around people that think they know the truth about everything, or they're certain about something. Now I don't mean like you're an expert, you know, as JB would say, you're an expert and you failed. You know, I get that, that's awesome, and I can trust an expert in their field. But nowadays we're all experts at everything. You know, we have Google, we have the internet. You can just, you know, back in the day, aka only 20 years ago, you'd think a thought, or you'd be like, oh wow, like when's the tide gonna come in today, or when's the sun setting? You know, you'd be like, oh, I don't know, like I think the paper said 4:50, or, you know, when I checked the other day. But then now you can just, you know, you just turn on the internet and you look, and it'll tell you when's the sun setting. So we kind of feel like we're all knowing, like we are usually right, because we have all this knowledge just at our fingertips. Whenever we want, we can gain knowledge by typing into the Google search bar what, why, when, how topic, and then it will tell us. And we've never had that much access to that much truth. And I think what it's done is make us all experts at everything. Like right now, you're either an expert at, the politics, or you're an expert at the COVID situation, or you're an expert at the social issues, the racial issues. We're all experts at it all. We all are just all-knowing beings who know everything and have it all figured out. And if other people don't agree with us and they don't know what we know, they're dumb or they're wrong or, they're not woke. They're not unwoke, because I think that concept's kind of gotten a little, who knows what being woke means anymore. But where I was going with that is, we're all know-it-alls now. We all know everything. There's nothing else that, to learn. I mean, there is, but it's just, and those are the people that I think I've become most wary of. Because I know for me personally, the more I know, the less I actually know. And I'll repeat that, the more I know, the smarter I get, the more intelligent I become. Actually, the more lost I am. Not in a negative way, just in a, I really don't know. The deeper you get into a subject, say you're an artist, you're a painter. The better you get at painting, the more you paint, the more you realize how difficult the craft is and how much time can really be put in to become an expert. And when you become that expert, you still know there's still a ton to learn. You can be kind of naive and think you're a master, you've done your 10,000 hours, but that's when it's really just kind of started. That's when you've really just entered the realm of someone who can speak credibly on the subject and know you're credible, but you still kind of know you can be wrong. And when people, can't be wrong anymore, that's when I'm a little nervous. Because then where do we get our truth? Where do we find reality? Because obviously not everyone's going to agree on everything. So this nature of truth and discovering it, it's kind of an individual solo dolo experience. I don't really know if there is objective truth. You kind of just figure out your truth, and that can be applicable to the objective natural truths of the world. But not everyone's going to agree with you. There's always going to be someone or something that disagrees. I was going to go in front of the camera, but there's a little bit of craziness going on. Maybe I will. This is going to be pretty unedited. Let's see how this goes. I'm going to need to open up this f-stop a little bit more. Oh boy. Let's see here. I got a little Jimmy rig going on. Let's see here. There's people around too. They're going to look at me. Shooting on the A7 III, guys. This is another A7 III pop-off. I got the Shure mic here. Shure mic's working pretty good. Oh, let's see here. Oh, look, there's me. Ooh, this is kind of cool, actually. Oh, yeah. We can finish it off like this. I like this. Ooh, it's nice and close on my face. That sounded kind of weird. Hey, guys, just to continue here. Ooh, I'm pretty dark, but I kind of like it. It's kind of film noir-ish. We got people screaming in the background. They look kind of silly, but you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna keep going here. Still pretty dark, but you know what? I kind of like it. Getting lots of looks, lots of attention. It's perfect. Love attention. I'm gonna keep my hood on to keep secret over here. Yeah, guys. So, like, you know, just discussing the nature of truth. This is gonna be kind of a rambly one, and in the end, we all have our own truths. I don't think they can be objective. Like, especially nowadays and that's what's so funny about being on a side or being a part of a group, because then you have to think everything they think and be everything they are. Whereas, like, if we're all individuals with our own truths, it'd be kind of tough to have, like, a group, to be a part of a group. Now, we like having our tribes and being, like, part of something, but to what extent? Like that movie Social Dilemma, like at the end when the guy and his sister are getting arrested, you can just tell it's like, where did we go wrong here? Where did we fuck up to make us end up in this like crazy situation where now we're going to jail because like of our beliefs? Like, isn't that what America and then the free world is really all about? Is you being able to, am I in focus here? It's a little focus test. Yeah? I think I'm in focus. If I'm not, ooh, look, ooh, there it is. Oh, see the box, the Sony box was having trouble because my hood. But anyway, that's the point of our free world, is to think freely, to be free. And when you have to decide between A and B, what about C? What about D? You know, what about none of the above? What about all the above? No, it's either this or that. Like, what do you believe? Like, do you wear the mask or you don't wear the mask? Which one? Which camp are you in? Like, I don't know. I don't know if the masks help or not. Don't know. Maybe they do. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I'll probably do it just to, you know, go along and to be safe just in case. But in the end, I don't know. So I'm not going to go on some rampage spree and tell everyone that they have to wear their masks when I personally don't know if it helps or not. And that's just a prime example of like a super hot topic that people don't want to really talk about. But that's a good example of where now there are these topics where if you question that, like you're the bad guy or you don't care or you're, insert whatever like negative comment about you, just because you're kind of questioning the status quo. There's another show, it's called Utopia, I think, and it was kind of super interesting because they really set it up super well. I am like really dark right now, but I kind of like it. It's like a little like sketchy and like I'm being sketch. Am I in focus? I can't tell if I'm in focus. So I need that damn flippy screen. I need that A7 III, man. First world problems. But the show Utopia kind of did a great job of like showing how kind of like crisis actors and like it was really going on some like kind of like Alex Jones crazy shit, but it was really interesting how the show really portrayed how you can do that, like how you can have like these big events that are kind of staged. Well, in the show they are staged. They literally stage like a COVID-like experience, and the media and the people in charge are all basically staging it, and then they prop up this hero who's going to save the day with like his vaccine, and in the end it's all fake. And it's super interesting how that's a show on Netflix right now you can go watch. But like that concept is crazy. Like if you're like saying that concept right now to people, like they're like, oh dude, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're crazy. But it really is, like that's in the mainstream right now. So in the end, I don't know what's right and wrong. The point of this whole video really is that I'm always skeptical about people that have the truth. Because sometimes they're either selling something, like an idea, like a savior is going to save you, or sometimes they just don't see that they could be wrong. Is it recording? It is. It's recording. Alright guys, so I just took a glance at the video to make sure like it looked not like horrible crap, and it actually looks pretty cool. So I'm pretty stoked on this. Yeah, I'm not sure how long this is gonna end up, and this is kind of like a rambling talk. But I think it's fun, you know. You can kind of just put this on, listen to what I have to say, disagree or agree, and that's kind of that's where I'm going here. Is now it's all about what are your beliefs? What do you think? Not, you know, how do you contribute to society? How do you create value, provide value to people? Now it's, oh, what are you, or what do you think in your brain? And that's how you're important or not. Like, it's kind of backwards, because like if we're creators and consumers in this society, you're not going to, if you're creating kind of value with your thoughts, that's one thing, but just you believing something doesn't really help. Like, if you can take your beliefs and express them to people and have like that kind of input into someone's life, like, hey, this is what I think, and I think, you know, it'd be good to look at it like this, then yeah, that's cool. I think a lot of us, though, we have these beliefs now, and we try to shove them down people's throats. And, you know, if you don't believe what I believe, like, you're the enemy. And I think that's where we get into kind of like a sketchy area, especially in a place where we're supposed to be tolerant of others' beliefs. So, yeah, I just find it fascinating how it just seems to have kind of like flopped all on itself. Like now, and then there's also the fact where it's like kind of the negativity and kind of the hype and the like emotion it sells, because it kind of creates like a fear, like a reaction out of you. It's an age-old thing. It's why like bad news is, you know, sells better than good news, and it's why every day now it's all about COVID on the news. It's because that fear is the strongest fear that all of us can easily resonate with, and if that's gonna keep eyes glued to the screen, that's what they're gonna talk about, and every day is gonna be a new record. Every day is gonna be a new record, a new, you know, this is the day, this is the worst day, no, this is the worst day, no, this is like every single day is worse. Now again, I'm not trying to belittle any of these issues. I'm not trying to talk down about any of them. I'm just trying to have more of an open communication, and this is the style I want to take these more, maybe, is really try to like express ideas and be a little less PC, I guess. And yeah, it's fun, man. Like, this stuff for me I get more and more like obsessed with how the world works, how reality works, why we think certain things, why we don't think things. And I think a lot of that is because, you know, you have to suffer through some shit. You can't just have this great life and then start having these thoughts. Like, I mean, I'm not saying that I've suffered the most ever, but, you know, I've had some moments of despair, and, you know, it's failing forward. You just keep failing and failing and failing, and I think John Maxwell has that book. You just keep failing, and you just keep moving towards your goal. You keep failing towards your goal. You fail forward, as opposed to just staying static, or, you know, keep doing the same thing and succeeding, but you're not really going anywhere. You want to fail, and that's kind of why you almost want hate. You want some of that reaction. You want some of that disbelief, because then you know you're touching a nerve. You're exposing something that either someone wants to see or they don't want to see. But that is when you're an outlier. That is when you are unique, and you do have some free critical thought left. Whereas I feel a lot of days now, people are just retweeting others' ideas deal on Instagram, and a lot of it's just retweets of other people's quotes. It's rare someone's making a quote. They're just retweeting someone's quote. They're not really gonna have they don't want to take the risk to be outcasted by the tribe that they've chosen, or just whoever's tribe they're in. They want to stay in their tribe and be safe, so they're not gonna really risk. They might reshare, because then at the end of the day, it's still that original person who kind of had that thought or idea. So yeah, guys, that'd be cool to do like a little, like, you know, sunset video of a beautiful area that I get to call home. I'm super grateful, super lucky. Thanks for guys for tuning in. Another episode of TRAVVLOGS. Peace.